couple of things. I acquired 4 little home light chainsaws. This little bitty one here and that one over there runs just not well. I think it needs carburetor work as usual. These 2 EZs, I haven't messed with either one of them yet. I know that one well. I got a compression release on them. And boy, if you don't push that compression release, especially that one, you can't even pull with that gun thing. But basically what I was going to do here, this is not nothing to do with saws. Gonna have to change the wheel bearings on my, well, you can't see my Subarus out there. But anyway, the back wheel bearings, and I went down to O'Reilly's and borrowed one of them. Well, I could show him my ugly mug, I guess. Anyway, I went down to O'Reilly's and borrowed that slide hammer they got, but it don't do it. It won't pull that hub out of there. So I decided to make me one. I think I got a little overzealous when it comes to this piece of stuff. I was going to make one heavy enough. Well, that little section there, 20 pounds. So I'm going to see if I can cut off some of it. Still leave it heavy enough. And I'm going to use that rod to put through it and this, that, and other. And I got this hub over here that I don't even know yet if it's going to fit the bolt pattern, so I'm going to have to check. Because this is hard stuff here. Can't really cut that. And this is off a Buick. If it ain't, maybe I can oogle out the holes with a plasma cutter. I doubt if I can drill them. That stuff's hard to rock. But anyway, I'm going to check it out here pretty soon and make sure it will work before I weld this on anything. But first I got to cut that down. Well, I want to. And this has got an awful lot of pimples on it here, and we'll see if we can't clean that up a little bit. I asked the guy if it was very hard, and he said, well, not too bad. It cut all right on with his bandsaw here. Obviously, it's an old piece, but it's still pretty weighty. I cut it down to this much. I don't know if my new shop saw cut it. I got a brand new blade, and I just now put it in. We'll see what happens, but well, I want to give it a try. We'll get back in a little bit, and there's no use watching sparks fly. Well, several minutes and one brand new blade later. Ain't much left of my blade, but anyway, we finally got it. That is kind of tough stuff. But now then to see what we can do on the lathe over here with it, kind of clean it up a little and get a hole in it. It's going to take me a while on all this. I started to cut all that old rough rust off of there, but it was trying to pull down awful hard on my little DC motor. It started to smell a little bit, and so I quit that. I went ahead and sprayed a bunch of air into it. Cool air, so it cooled down a little bit. Now, that ain't gonna hurt nothing. I'll give you something to grip onto. Really, not too stylish. But now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna attempt to drill holes in this. This seems to be pretty easy to drill, so I'm gonna try to drill holes in this. I bet you'll start off with this one and then go to a 3/4. So we'll be back in a minute. Okay. All right. Now let's see what's going on here. We burned that motor out. Still got my big one back there, so it's probably a little stronger. Bit was trying to be a little sharper. I don't know. Wouldn't do me a good try to sharpen, be worse when I got through with it. like there's not enough room for this stuff to come out of there very good. So I'm gonna make this round. I'm gonna put that 3/4 bit in there and go down there ways with that. I forget which one it is. Don't look like it there. It's over here. Maybe I already put it over here. Yeah, that's trouble, man. I can't keep track of nothing. I don't think that's the right one. That was too big. That was too big. Well, hell, I guess that's it. Yeah, that's it. Okie dokie, there's that one. Okie dokie, okie dokie. Oh, yeah. Alright, okay. There's that. Now I'm not going wrong with that thing. There you go. This ain't the right chuck key for that, but maybe it'll work. Alright. Alrighty, this is turning to be kind of a job, but this bit got loose in here again. And of course the motor is smoking beneath the dam back there. So I'm gonna give this thing a break, and I'm gonna try to cool that down a little bit with the air hose again. We'll be back later on with this thing. Well, that little motor, DC couldn't handle the strain, so I put that one back on there. I do miss the variable speed, but I don't know if I can figure out something on this one here or not. Maybe, I figured out about it. Well, I finally got the hole all the way through there, 3/4. And I wasn't going to mess with these freckles on here, but I think I'm going to keep on a little bit, make it look a little better. I don't know, it cuts better coming this way. Maybe I don't have my bit set right, I don't know. Maybe a dull bit, but who knows. Alright, I'll get back in a little while. Well, we're going to come up, I'm past really the rust. There's still a lot of pits in there, and we're probably going to get them all out, because we got to cut a 1/4 inch off that diameter, well, probably a 1/2 inch off the diameter to get it all cleaned up. We'll keep pegging at it. Alright, I'm going to make one more pass. We got most of these. Whew, that thing's still hot. Got most of these out of here. I might go a little farther. You see how rough it was up here? That just wasn't too cute. So I'm going to see if I can take one more pass through here and just see whether we can get most of them out there or not. Alright, we'll get back in a minute. Alright, the noise. After I put that AC motor back on, now we got the plug soap wasn't up there, but you can see this is just flying back and forth. That's sitting on 642 right now. Alright, let's see how's it going here. Some of you guys that know more about lathes than I do, which you ain't got the too smart no more than I do. I think they have a problem setting up the tool to the right angle. That's the way it is now. It cuts good going that way, but it doesn't turn back this way. So I don't know how. I really don't. I watched a lot of videos and it seems like I can't remember how they had it set. All right, that's it for now. That's the last cut we're going to make. That's just a little. And you see it barely. I mean, the wicks are coming off once in a while. And we'll run that plumb to the end and see if we can get that same size all the way up. Then after that, we're going to be done with this part of it. All right, this is something like what it's going to be like when I get done. Of course, I'll put a stop on this end. And I'll secure this good down here. I don't think it'll hurt for this thing to come ramming down on top of that. That should be having a slide hammer. This is probably 10 pounds, or 9 pounds anyway. After I cut off some of the debris, it don't look too bad. We still got, I mean, it must have been laying in some water or something. It was an old piece when I got it from the guy. But anyway, I'm gonna call it good for right now because my hub should be in after a while, and then I'll be able to see for sure what side our hole pattern should be, and then take the plasma cutter and maybe cut them in a little U shape or however they got to be. This is a Buick, and that Subaru is probably a little smaller because when you're converting, well, I guess it's called SEE to metric, you're going to have some differences. That's it for now. This will be part one. I'll do another one later on when I get the rest of it.